we are actually at the airport runway with Daniele, who is the president of the Swiss Drone Competence Center here. So welcome in the show.
Well, thanks, Eszter, firstly, to be here. Appreciate that you come so far and join us in this windy day at Lodrino Airport. Thank you very much.
So actually, Daniele was the one who helped me to organize this visit. So we were touch base from the very beginning, and I understood this Competence Center and the Innovation Park is very, very special with the airport. So back to the initial question, what is the Drone Competence Center, and why is this important to have here in Ticino, this Competence Center, and why the airport?
Yes. This is a very important question. So first of all, they saw the view in the past about a competence center dedicated to innovation and drones. So that was the main interest of the drone part. Second, they said, well, we have an airport, which was formerly a military airfield and has been converted last year into civil airport, where we have different companies here doing maintenance, helicopter operation, aircraft maintenance. And when they change the use of the airport from a military airfield to the civil, then there was the interest to join the drone part of it. So today we have inside the airport operation specs, we have the civil traffic, still have military training traffic, and we have now the drones, and we're trying to cooperate all together in the same airspace.
Fantastic. And what exactly the Drone Competence Center does as a daily basis?
So we have two objectives. One is the flying part, the testing, the demos, so the utilization of the airspace. The second part is the innovation. So we collaborate with universities, we collaborate with private industries to push the boundaries and to make innovation inside the drone part.
And if I am CEO of a company from the US or, from overseas or European company, why would I come here to test, or what is the unique value here in Ticino compared to any other test centers in the world?
Yes, so first, Switzerland is strategic, centralized elements in Europe. Second, we have an history of very active civil aviation authority in the drone industry. So very advanced thinking and very push as well in terms of technology. Let's not forget there was the Drone Valley, so everything starts from here. So compare, for example, to other airports, other test center, here it's a bit unique. So first, the environment here, so the airspace, it's quite quiet in terms of air traffic. If you see the structure, we are surrounded by mountains, so the airspace, the upper airspace is very high. So you have all this area which you can play as well with drones, and you can even go further. So our vision is to move further in terms of the BVLOS and VLOS operation and utilize more part of the airspace.
Fantastic. And don't forget, I think in the world, or probably Switzerland, it's one of the very, very, very few where, as you previously mentioned, 3 different stakeholders can be in the same airspace as of today. So I should admit that I did not follow the Competence Center activities so far, but from I connected you the last half a year, I see it's growing and expanding rapidly. So what happened with the Competence Center? Is it just my feeling, or it really grows rapidly?
Yeah, it's not your feeling only, Eszter, but it's growing. On purpose, we did not went in the market, like a strong marketing appearance. We start as a slow approach because we want to have a solid center first. It was our objective. Then, of course, the airport played the game as well on between military and civil airports, which, of course, happened last year. So now, last year was more restructuring and consolidation. This year, we really pushed forward the throttle. And we have an increase of interest and, of course, increase of members as well. We will announce as well new members soon. And for next year as well, we'll have more news. And with the community growing, of course, the center can grow as well. Let's not forget the Competence Center is not just a brand or a logos. It is really a community. So members, they are playing an ultra important role, and it's a fundamental element of the core and DNA of the center.
Thank you so much. So I am continuing the discussion with Niklaus, who is the managing director of the Swiss Drone Competence Center. And, we walked around here and I saw there is a lot of buildings. So can you please explain us what the members or the partners can do in those buildings and how this looks like the infrastructure around the airport?
Sure. So, yes, we have to think about the Swiss Drone Competence Center like a playground for companies and universities that need to innovate and test products because, as you said, in the facility here we have co-working spaces, office spaces for companies, but as well laboratory to do R&D and testing activities as well.
So how does it look like if I want to do R&D here? Who should I talk to, or how would that look like in a real?
So let's make an example. If a company needs to develop a product or innovate a part of his own product or service, and he has two options. First, to utilize the Drone Competence Center as an external partner and use the facility and infrastructure for maybe a few weeks because that's just the need he has. Or he can even open an R&D department here inside in our facility for long term, like 1, 2, or 3 years, it doesn't matter, and have an active integration with all the other companies around the community and the universities as well. So we have both options open for companies.
And would you say, companies already collaborating on R&D projects? So you have like different members and already team up for R&D projects?
Yes, this is something that magically happened here. And it's really nice to see that spontaneously it's happened every time, because we have several companies that maybe one company have a big project, but then it find out that another company nearby here has the know-how that they need to integrate in some specific topics, and then they start to cooperate together. Then they involve the university from across Switzerland, but also from abroad. And yes, it's really cooperative environment.
Fantastic. And regarding R&D and the laboratories, how big is the facility?
So for the R&D laboratory part, we have more or less 2,000 square meter, which is already a number, yes. But we are also thinking to further develop other buildings in order to accommodate even bigger companies and bigger R&D infrastructure.
So Niklaus, okay, you have the laboratory and then R&D, but when a company from abroad want to come here to test, what other facilities can you offer? Because it's an operational airport. I guess you have multiple other facilities.
Yes. So as a Drone Competence Center, we have the full possession of the tower, the control tower. So the control tower is now the operational control for all the drones operations. That means that every company that want to fly here in Lodrino will have access to the control tower and fly the drones directly from the tower, which gives a really large overview of the airspace and of the airfield as well. And another platform that we give to the customer is the roof beside the tower, where companies can install antennas and drone boxes, also in a permanently way. And in this way, they have a fixed facility also to take off and do testing on the innovations.
So I'm here at Paulo's office, actually, and I just had a side chat with Paulo. His background and his history is pretty impressive. He was already, he is already 20 years in the uncrewed vehicle industry. So it's very, very impressive. Just in a nutshell, he's the CEO of RR Engineering, and he's a co-founder of Nimbus. So maybe, Paulo, if you can introduce yourself.
It's a long introduction. I will try to be very, very short. I started 20 years ago, as you said, on the UAV market starting with an hybrid airship to find a solution for control of forest, of ambient, with a flying object that was very silent and, let's say, green, as we are used to say today. Then I moved to the multi-rotor technology when the technology was available. That means it happened almost 15 years ago, sorry. And now we are here to see the latest technology that we have developed. But, if I can say, with one point. I started the companies, Italian and Swiss company, with an industrial aspect, thinking about an aeronautical company, not a software company. And this is, for me, a very important issue. These are flying objects. We call them UAV, UAS, means they are flying over the population in the middle of the air traffic, and we speak about airspace, all these activities. And it's very important they have a certification. They need a certification from an authority, and they need to be used like a standard aircraft. This, for me, is an important issue.
Definitely, now actually it's even mandatory to have a CE marking soon in Europe for the drones. Are you going through this process?
Yes, of course. We are very happy that there is a process of certification towards the real aeronautical world that is very important for the population and for the producer and for the customer of the drones. CE is one option, is important. That is not happening on the real aircraft world. There is a different certification, but at least is one step. What is very important is for us to obtain, for instance, the EASA C6 class, to have a drone that is at the maximum level of the, let's call, certification today. But it's also important to have the design verification report on important features like the flight termination system, because that is another important thing. And the Italian company obtained for the Italian customer in 1 month ago the first design verification report from EASA for the automatic flight termination system. And now we are applying for other issues. So that is the right process, yes.
100%, and I think the drone industry only can survive if you think about as an aviation industry, Yep. So why did you expand to Switzerland? You are initially an Italian company. Why Switzerland, and also why the Ticino Innovation Park area here at the airport?
There are many questions and many answers. Okay, I started in Italy because I'm Italian. We are now serving very important customer in Italy, and I decided to move here to Switzerland in Lodrino, in the Swiss Drone Competence Center, because there is a unique opportunity to develop new technologies in a real environment in airports, and because one of the main goal, my dream I have is to develop new technology for airports. This is a unique opportunity, and to develop also new vehicles for medium-long range. Don't forget, we are in Switzerland, in the middle of Alps, means wind, as we have today outside, means mountains, so it's a very difficult environment where you can test a very good solution. And then, last but not least, is we have two universities in Canton Ticino. Nearby we have Milan and Torino with the other engineers, and we have Zurich with other universities. So
a lot of aerospace. Torino is aerospace.
Perfect. So we have a lot of cooperation that we are doing now to obtain a real aeronautical product. That is very important.
I really love this business talks about cross-country collaboration. Yeah. So do you think you can get the best stakeholders from both countries being at the border?
We are already doing this.
Oh, congratulations.
Connecting Zurich. We have a project with the EMPA in Zurich.
Yeah.
We have started one project with the USI in Canton Ticino. Yeah. We are starting a new project with SUPSI and USI and Polytechnic of Torino. So Polytechnic of Torino will be also here in Lodrino. I think the cross-border cooperation is very important.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
at the runway, and I'm talking to Rocco, who is the director of the airport. And I should say that probably the most innovative mindset regarding airports who I met so far. So just Rocco, if you can introduce yourself and tell me, how did you let in this drone ecosystem to your airport? Why were you open to it?
So, it was not me that was open, but it was decided. There is a company who manages this airport, and they decide, also the politicians, and to open this airport also to the drones. So, of course, it's a big challenge, because to integrate the drones with the other traffic, we have helicopters, we have airplanes, is not an easy challenge. But we started. We are now in the process of integration. It will take times. We'll take discussions. Also, we want to have discussion with the pilots who are operating already here, and find the best solution to cohabit, to have a cohabitation between drones and the other air traffic.
Fantastic. And how do you see this going on so far? So I think it's a very important message. It's not done yet. So partners who want to join this initiative, it's still an open space. But how does it go so far?
So far, with SDCC, we are almost finished with the operational manual. What we are going, the next point will be to go to the operators. Like we have also the Swiss Air Forces coming here. We have the helicopters. We have some airplanes for maintenance, and discuss with them what we intend to do. Take their inputs and to find the best solution in order to allow drones to fly together with other traffic.
And do you think, because I have the experience, I can share it loudly, the traditional aviation stakeholders always a little bit skeptical first, with this new innovative industry. So what's your experience generally so far?
So until now, what we are missing at the moment is a little bit of flying of drones. So we still have to do a little bit of experience. But important point, and think from my point of view, I'm also an airline pilot, so I have an experience as an airline pilot, that we have to integrate the drones and to treat them like airplanes, like helicopters. That means they have to communicate with the radio, and they have to be part of the airspace. So to be at the same level.
Exactly.
This is the big challenge. If we don't do that, it won't be possible to integrate them with the other traffic.
But that's a real innovation to solve this problem, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think, as the director of the airport? We talked about this is a very unique airport here. The weather is great. We are in South Switzerland. A lot of stakeholders. So, do you think with these new initiatives, the airport gonna expand for growth? Or what's your vision? Maybe just, in a nutshell.
We hope. I think we are going to offer something special, something unique. We took this challenge, and the relationship also with SDCC is great. We are a team of motivated people, and I'm sure that we will be able to attract also the drones, and also to convince the pilots that drones, they can also fly in their airspace under certain conditions, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rocco, so much. And congratulations for the airport. I really enjoy my time here in Ticino.
Thank you very much.